Welcome to the He's Got Issues Marvel Comics Edition number 180.1. I'm John Cooney here to preview new Marvel Comics being released June 24th, 2015, beginning alphabetically with Age of Ultron vs. Marvel Zombies number 1. The ultimate death sentence in Battleworld. There's a place that's so dangerous it's walled off from the rest of Battleworld, where wild zombies feast on those who've been banished for crimes against the state, where cold mechanical Ultrons destroy anything that's human. Pity those who get caught between the two, for their death won't be fast and painless. Next we have Ant-Man Larger Than Life number 1. Join Hank Pym, aka Ant-Man, as he learns that a little experiment can land him in big trouble. Can Ant-Man tame something as painfully formidable as the bullet ant before it's too late? Find out. Plus, reprinting Tales to Astonish number 27, the first appearance of Hank Pym, and Tales to Astonish number 35, the first appearance of Ant-Man in costume. We've also got Black Widow number 19, Too Late for Redemption. At the end of all things, Black Widow finds herself unexpectedly connected to one of the darkest moments of her past. See how the first lines of Red in her ledger were written. Will Natasha fall into darkness or rage against the dying of the light? Next we have Daredevil number 16. In order to preserve the new life he's built, Daredevil is faced with a critical decision, which may mean the death of Matt Murdock. Plus, with a new rival in town, is Dee Dee's time in San Francisco coming to an end? We've also got Is For Extinction number 1. What happens when mutants prove they really are Homo superior? What will happen to the X-Men when they fight for a world that wants to be them rather than hate and fears them? And what exactly is Magneto doing running the Xavier Institute? Next we have Howard the Duck number 4. Looks like the Doctor is in this issue of Howard the Duck. Haha, of course I'm referring to Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme. I'm 100% positive nobody's ever made that joke before, so I feel pretty confident doing so here. There will be other jokes of similar nature in this issue, plus a Marvel Superhero Secret Wars 1984 tie-in. We've also got Infinity Gauntlet number 2, Thanos vs. Nova. Next we have Korvac Saga number 1. Lord Michael Korvac governs the Forest Hills, but his domain is threatened by rival lords, chaotic threats from beyond the wall, and worst of all, a dark madness that is spreading through the population. Led by the noble Major Victory, Korvac's loyal guardians must find the source of the evil before it corrupts the world as they know it. We've also got Loki, Agent of Asgard number 15. The last days of Loki continue. All-out war in the heavens. Asgardia under siege. Freya fights back, and which heroes of Asgard will return to face the evil King Loki? Meanwhile, Verity Willis tells the story of her life. But who is she talking to, and why? And why aren't we mentioning what's happened to the present-day Loki yet? What horrible thing are we trying to hide? We're monsters. Next we have M.O.D.O.K, Assassin number 2 of 5. When a Thor crash lands in Killville, the mental organism designed only for killing sets out to do what he does best. But little does M.O.D.O.K suspect that he may be in over his head. Next we have Marvel Universe Ultimate Spider-Man Web Warriors number 8. Envious of Deadpool's carefree life, Spider-Man spends some time with the madcap mercenary. But Spidey is about to learn a lesson just how serious a day in the life of a merc for hire can be. Next we have Planet Hulk number 2. Gladiator Steve Rogers, his trusty steed Devil Dinosaur, and the mysterious Doc Green go deeper into one of the most dangerous domains of Battleworld, the Hulk-infested territory known as Greenland. Wild Hulks in the jungle, giant Hulks in lakes of fire, but is the journey the most perilous part of this hellish mission, or is it one of the travelers? We've also got Punisher number 19. The end is nigh. One of the Punisher's allies falls. Someone's picked the wrong fight. The Punisher steps back into a war zone. Frank Castle is out for punishment, but the clock is ticking. Next we have S.H.I.E.L.D. number 7. The S.H.I.E.L.D. agent you've been demanding, Skye, aka Quake, aka Daisy Johnson, has only one ally she can turn to, her father, Mr. Hyde. We've also got Uncanny Avengers number 5, The Truth That Will Shatter the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. War between the low and high evolutionary. An Avenger has to choose between his friends and a perfect future. Next we have Where Monsters Dwell number 2 of 5. Carl Kaufman, aka the Phantom Eagle, is in way over his head, and he's only just scratching the surface of the Valley of Flames. This new terrifying area of the Marvel Universe is full of surprises. And we have X-Men 92 number 1. Everyone's favorite version of the X-Men from the 90s is back. When Baron Kelly charges the Clear Mountain Project and its mysterious new director with mutant rehabilitation, it's up to the X-Men to investigate. Plus, free-range Sentinels? Out in trades this week, we have all-new Captain America Fear Him trade paperback. A hungry villain is returned to feed on the city's fear. It's up to the all-new Captain America and Nomad to curb the Scarecrow's appetite, a task that might be easier if the dysfunctional duo weren't always at each other's throats. While the Scarecrow and his army of terror crows do their worst, Cap and Nomad find themselves separated, one step behind the villain's fearsome plans. But when the Scarecrow's terror pheromones take Captain America's mind, it's Nomad's last stand. What does it take to scare a man who grew up in a dimension of boogeymen? And can he bring Cap to his senses before his mind is lost to fear forever? Plus, classic tales of terror starring the Scarecrow and Sam Wilson. Collects all new Captain America Fear Him number 1 through 4 and Captain America number 280. Next, we have all new Captain America Volume 1 Hydra Ascendant Premiere Hardcover. The spy-fi high-flying adventures of Sam Wilson, the all-new Captain America, begin here. Hydra has infiltrated society completely, but why? Cap's new partnership with Nomad is tested as they race to uncover the sect of the unknown, but Hydra gathers Steve Rogers' old rogues gallery to take down the new heroes. The all-new Captain America battles sin and Baron Blood and uncovers the new Hydra's ultimate goal, but is it too late? Millions of innocent souls hang in the balance, but broken and nearly dead from Hydra's Gauntlet, can Cap stop the great leveling? In the face of Zemo's atrocities, Sam Wilson will earn his stripes, make the single greatest sacrifice of his life, and he will never be the same again. The stage is set for the Age of Hydra. Collects all new Captain America number 1 through 6. We've also got Ant-Man Giant Man Epic Collection Volume 1, The Man in Ant Hill trade paperback. A man of action and a man of science, Dr. Henry Pym invented an amazing growth serum and cybernetic helmet, and with them he became the astonishing Ant-Man. Pym soon teamed with Janet Van Dyne, the winsome Wasp, and the two tiny titans went on to battle an array of mini and maxi-sized menaces from the Scarlet Beetle to the Black Knight. But adventures in the microscopic world weren't enough for one of the Marvel Age's first superheroes. Soon, Ant-Man became the biggest Avenger there ever was, Giant Man, and his foundational adventures are all here in this debut epic collection. Collecting the Ant-Man, Giant Man, and Wasp material from Tales to Astonish number 27 and 35 through 59. Next, we have Ant-Man Natural Enemy Prose novel hardcover. Marvel's smallest hero stars in his biggest story yet, an all-new original prose novel timed to coincide with the Ant-Man feature film. Meet Scott Lang, ex-con, single father, and part-time superhero. Scott and his teenage daughter Cassie are just settling down in a new city when a criminal from Scott's past comes gunning for them. But is the killer really after Scott, or the secrets of the Ant-Man tech? And just how far will Scott go to protect his only child? Award-winning crime writer Jason Starr spins a thrilling tale of desperation, secrets, and microscopic adventure. We've also got Ant-Man Volume 1 Second Chance Man trade paperback. Scott Lang has never exactly been the world's best superhero. Heck, most people don't even think he's been the best Ant-Man. And the last guy invented Ultron and joined the Masters of Evil, so that's saying something. But when Iron Man calls with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Scott's going to get a second chance to be the hero he's always dreamed of becoming. Then Scott faces off against his old foe, the Taskmaster, but who's the mystery villain pulling the strings? And when Ant-Man needs to pull off an impossible break-in, he assembles a new gang. Next, we have Cyclops Volume 2, A Pirate's Life for Me trade paperback. Scott Summers finds himself aboard a pirate spaceship with a cruel cutthroat captain and a crew of criminals and killers. None of them trust Scott, and a few want to kill him. But hey, that captain's daughter is kind of cute, right? The pirate crew is rampaging across space, and Cyclops is expected to rampage alongside them. How far will Scott go to save his skin and rescue his captive father? And what does it all have to do with the stolen superweapon sitting in the cargo hold, one powerful enough to destroy an entire solar system? Which will kill Cyclops, Corsair, and the Starjammers first? The spaceship full of pirates, the alien jungle full of monsters, or the ticking superweapon? And what happens when Cyclops and the pirate princess fall for one another? Collect Cyclops number 6 through 12. We've also got Howard the Duck, The Complete Collection Volume 1 trade paperback. Get the full story of how Marvel's most notorious movie star became trapped in a world he never made. Howard the Duck takes an adventure into fear when he's plucked from Duck World and finds himself on Earth, billed to proboscis with the melancholy muck monster Man-Thing. Stuck here on a planet of hairless apes, the furious Val forges a future for himself in, of all places, Cleveland. But the would-be master of Quack Fu will have his wings full hanging out with Spider-Man and wagging wow with madcap menaces like the Space Turnip, the Cookie Creature, the Beaver, and Dr. Bong. Will that earn him a spot on the Defenders? Better yet, Howard for President, collecting Fear number 19, Man-Thing number 1, Howard the Duck number 1 through 16, and Annual number 1, Marvel Treasury Edition number 12, and material from Giant Size Man-Thing number 4 and 5. Next, we have Marvel's Agent Carter Season 1 Declassified Slipcase hardcover. It's 1946, the war is over, but Peggy Carter has new battles to fight as the men return home. The love of her life, Steve Rogers, is gone, and Peggy is pinned with administrative work at her new job in the covert SSR, Strategic Scientific Reserve. She finds solace in secret missions from Howard Stark, but the missions are more dangerous than she knows. Haley Atwell reprises her role as Peggy Carter in the show inspired by Marvel's 2 Captain America feature films as well as the short Marvel one-shot Agent Carter. In this collectible volume, go behind the scenes with production design, photographs, and stills from the set, plus interviews with the cast and crew. Follow Peggy's journey as she navigates life as a single woman in an America still recovering from war. And we've got Secret Avengers Volume 3 God-level trade paperback. Alice Cott and Michael Walsh's explosive, subversive, manipulative, and just plain confusing Secret Avengers story concludes. Hawkeye and Coulson face off, but why? Vladimir makes a deal with the Fury. Is this a good or a bad thing? As the helicarrier comes under attack, M.O.D.O.K gets the message, and the horror of the nursery is revealed. Black Widow and Lady Bullseye might just have to deal with this together, but with Maria Hill gone, what happens to the rest of the team? Do we dare trust M.O.D.O.K? The Fury meets its babies, but Spider-Woman's gift can change everything in an instant. Unlikely partners have a meeting far away from the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier as the journey's end loops around to its beginning. Is it possible that the Secret Avengers actually had a plan all along? Collect Secret Avengers number 11 through 15. Alright, so that's it for Marvel this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at He'sGotIssues.com to see both the DC and Indies videos for this week, as well as my featured video with the usual roundup of all my favorites for the week with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, and Instagram to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.